Welcome back to the Melissa Ann Wellness Channel. I'm so excited you're here. We're changing the scenes up. I thought I'd give you another view of what it looks like to be here with me. This is my home gym, messy, imperfect, and that's the way it is here with me. Today I want to talk about how I've lost over 80 pounds. 80 pounds. And what it's taught me and what I'm still learning. I really thought that losing a significant amount of weight, that my life would change. I would be like, okay, so when I lose this weight, I can start doing this. That was what and how I talked to myself for a lot of years. And I really understand now fundamentally that I actually need to live like I've lost the weight already. I already need to be in Wonderland in order to get to a weight loss or a significant number, in order to really see that put up on the scale, because I can't not live my life because of my weight. And I allowed my weight to track me for a long time. About how I've lost over 80 pounds. This story is about what has happened since I've lost that kind of weight. And if you're here and you need to lose 15 pounds, fantastic. If you need to lose 150 pounds, or maybe you just want to connect and learn a little bit more about the story, this is a perfect place to be. We'll do that. If you want to know more about how I actually lost the weight and the tips and everything, I have other videos dedicated to that. You can go look at my page. Losing over 80 pounds, I really genuinely thought that I was going to look totally different. I thought I was going to be a different size. And because I gained so much muscle in my journey, I started to be much more curvier. And I do believe that I weigh more than someone my weight, like the way I look. I feel like I actually do weigh more. So that is probably the biggest thing, is seeing the number on the scale doesn't really reflect how I feel and look here and how I present to the world. I think that's the biggest thing that messes with you. Maybe that's body dysmorphia or something, but that there are times when I see images of myself and I'm like, what? Like these, I can do side by sides. And in fact, we had on our TV, we would do this, the Amazon photos would come through and I allowed it to just randomly pick them. And I had to turn that off because there were years that, you know, being over 330 pounds, like I had a different look. I had blonde hair. I had a different hairstyle. I was beautiful and I loved taking pictures, but it wasn't, when I see them, they're a little jarring. I'm like, I remember feeling so happy in those moments and I can see myself in that moment. And I just know, like, I was so desperate. And so anyhow, so we turned that off. So that's like the biggest thing, is understanding like the number on the scale actually does not define you. Like for real, it does not define you. The issue is, though, I'm emotionally connected to a number that is only available on a scale. So when I don't see that number, I end up having to like adjust my thinking. And for a long time, when I didn't lose weight consistently and I only measured on the scale, it was such a issue. Like I would stop doing things, or I would go into fasting, or I'd be like, you have to work out more. And I wouldn't just stick within my core pillars of losing weight, being healthy, and sticking with it. So that's the biggest shift. The habits that I've developed over these last 2.5 years outweigh the scale by so many. Now when I don't feel like working out, because listen, that's more than it's not, right? And so when those days happen, I challenge myself. And because I have the core habits, the core 5 habits, they allow me to stack. And then I feel better and I end up doing all of them. And I feel better because it's an accountability check-in. This is not the finish line. I'm still showing up. I'm still becoming. I literally am in the middle of my journey. A lot of times, and a lot of people that I follow and I look to for inspiration, they've already lost 100 pounds. They've already lost 140 pounds. Maybe they gained some back and they're trying to lose it again. That's me. I gained some back, but I still need to lose at least 70 pounds, probably more. That's the biggest thing, is understanding that I'm still in a journey and like leaning on the tools that I've developed to make sure that I stay consistent and continue to show up, because I have to. Like, I don't want to be scared like I was when I first started. I felt very desperate, and I don't want to have that feeling again anymore. So I need to continue to show up and prove to myself that I can do it. I'd love to know, if you're on a health journey, what is the biggest thing that you've learned? What has it taught you? How do you show up every day? My next video is going to be all about what I eat in the morning, the protein, and how I stack it every week and stay consistent to get the energy that I need. This month we're talking about becoming through habits. So if that is of interest to you or you need any encouragement, I highly recommend that you subscribe so you get a ding when the next video drops. Thank you for watching. Click subscribe button, and I'll see you next time.